Nice out. It's like 70 degrees. It's beautiful and sunny. So I'm headed to a place near Exchange Square. So it's right on the water, even though I'm actually walking by some water right now. I went running this morning. I actually ran 12 kilometers, which was a personal record, and it was so much fun. I just ran all around St. Petersburg, and it was beautiful weather. And I ended up running to Peter and Paul Fortress. And right in front of Peter and Paul Fortress, there was this area of sand, kind of like a beach, and I was really shocked. So I'm heading there now to go relax and just take in the nice weather. So guys, I am now at the beach here in St. Petersburg. Never thought that this would exist, but there's actually like sand, and there are people here in their swimsuits like tanning. Some people are even going in the water. I doubt the water is very clean. There's a lot of boats here, so I only see people going like up to their waist, not really under the water. But yeah, this is super nice. It's such a nice day out. Got a great view. It's kind of far for you to see, but I've got a great view of the Winter Palace. Yeah, this is just like a really cool place to come and chill. I'm so happy I found this earlier this morning when I was running. So this behind me is the Peter and Paul Fortress, and I just saw this random kind of spot with sand, and I love the beach. So I didn't think there would be a beach in St. Petersburg, but I guess there is. Check out my Russian tan. Never did I think that I'd be getting a tan like this in Russia. Okay, so today I was over here at this beach. This is like where the sand is, and this is Peter and Paul's Fortress. So I was chilling right over here. So one thing about St. Petersburg is that it was the first city that was allowed to be built out of stone, and I think that's one of the reasons why I really like it here, is because it's all stone and it's really beautiful. There are roughly 5 million people who live here in St. Petersburg, and what's crazy is that annually 5 million people visit the Museum of Hermitage, which is crazy. Now, I will not be going to Hermitage because, sorry, museums are not really my thing, but Hermitage would take you literally 11 years if you wanted to see the entire thing. That's how much stuff is in there. I certainly don't have 11 years of my life to spend in there. Winter Palace, which is massive, and a fun fact, there are 176 statues on the roof, and they're there to block the chimneys because apparently they didn't like the look of the chimneys. So behind me, way off in the distance, is Peter and Paul's Fortress, and it actually was the first building built here in St. Petersburg and was used as a political prison. At the top of it there's a spike that got struck by lightning and was destroyed. So Peter the Great basically advertised, anybody who fixes this spike, I will grant you whatever you want. So this local engineer decided to fix it. What he asked for was the ability to be able to drink in any bar he wants, basically for the rest of his life, for free. Peter the Great did in fact grant this. He wrote him up a document saying he could go drink in whatever bar he wanted. Well, after like the first few days, he lost the paper. Fortunately, he went back to Peter the Great and said, hey, can I get another piece of paper? Got another piece of paper, but then this happened 2 more times. So 3 times he lost his paper. And so on the 4th time he went to Peter the Great, instead of giving him a paper, he decided to brand him on the side of his neck, so that when he goes to bars, instead of showing the paper, he would just go like this. And that's why now in Russia, it's like a known hand gesture. If you want to drink, people will do this. So I guess if you go in a bar, maybe you just go like this if you don't speak Russian, and then they'll understand, hey, this person wants to drink. Over here in the distance is the first museum here built in Russia. It has a few names. One of it is the Cabinet of Curiosity. And basically there's some weird stuff in there, like apparently jars full of like deformed fetuses, like 3 heads and stuff like that. And people didn't necessarily want to go to this museum, so what they did to get people to go, to get peasants to go visit it, was they offered people a free shot of vodka and then woman chocolate to go see this museum. I don't think I'm gonna go check that museum out. That's a little freaky. So behind me is the St. Isaac's Cathedral. It is the 2nd biggest Orthodox church in the world, and it was very expensive to build. It cost back in the day 23 million rubles to build it. To give you an idea how expensive that is, Russia at that time sold Alaska for 7 million rubles, and this was 23. Another interesting fact is at the top you can see it's golden. The golden part of this is actually made of mercury, and obviously mercury is very dangerous. And so there was 35 people hired to build the top of this with mercury. And there's a tractor in my way, sorry. Okay. So 35 people were employed to build the top of this with mercury, and because mercury is very dangerous, all 35 of those people died within a week, which is really unfortunate. But I guess the good part is they've never had to fix it up, so no one has ever had to deal with that again. In Russia, there are a lot of churches. Like, I don't even think people realize or even know how many churches there are exactly. And actually people are a little bit frustrated that they just keep rebuilding churches over and over again, and there are a lot of people who protest it. They say that there's likely like 3 churches being built every single day somewhere in Russia, and that they spend more money annually on building churches than they do on building like hospitals and schools and stuff like that. So people can be quite angry with that. So I've come to another Georgian restaurant, but now here in St. Petersburg, and I brought these guys with me. Do you guys want to say hi? Hello. We're all on the walking tour, and I've recommended all the food to get here, so I'm hoping it's good. Nazarovia. Nazarovia. Ooh. Holland Island right now. It's a place that a lot of locals recommended. It's basically like just a giant area where people can come and relax, I think. It's like next to some water, and a lot of people are just hanging out because it's nice out today. I got some pistachio ice cream, and we're all just chilling. So we're about to try vodka in Russia because it's essential to do this. Wait, it's not bad at all. It kind of tastes like water.
That's what I said. It's really good.
Wait, that was really not bad at all.
It's Russian vodka. It's not.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not that thing that you take in the university.
In college, yeah.
In college, yeah.
I'm like really shocked. I could finish this. I don't even need this. I just came to this bar called Orthodox, and they specialize in really good, high quality, like Russian style cocktails. I am seriously so shocked at how good that vodka was. Like it tasted like water. Like honestly, like it's pretty dangerous, and it's really like cheap. Like it cost 130 rubles, so that's like around a little over $2 barely. High quality vodka. These cocktails high quality for roughly like $6 US.